Increased poverty in Kenya can be attributed to several factors. Some of these factors include historical, structural, and governance challenges. As you watch this video, you will realize that despite significant economic growth and progress in various sectors, some reasons why Kenya is still poor go beyond what any ordinary Kenyan can do. In the 1980s and 1990s, Kenya adopted World Bank and IMF-imposed structural adjustment programs to reduce government spending, privatize state-owned enterprises, and liberalize the economy. While SAPs aimed at economic growth, in practice, they resulted in a decline in living standards for many Kenyans. Cuts in social services, rising unemployment, and inflation caused economic hardship, particularly for the poor. Kenyans should know that institutions such as the World Bank and IMF do not have their interests at heart. The country has to work from within to solve the problems it is facing other than become a slave to this global financial institutions. During British colonial rule, large tracts of fertile land were taken from indigenous populations and given to settlers. Even after independence, huge tracts of land were taken by a few political leaders. This created long-term inequality in land ownership, which persists today. While most Kenyans do not own land, a large piece of Kenya land lies idle since it is owned by a few. Since 1900, the economy focused on extraction and export of raw materials, like coffee, tea, and sisal. Industrialization and local manufacturing have been neglected for the longest time. This has left Kenyans dependent on agriculture products which are prone to price fluctuations in global markets. Additionally, Kenya will continue to import rather than export. Unless this changes, the country will always be dependent on other countries. After independence, all the following governments have so corrupt to the point of bringing the economy to its knees. Public resources have been misallocated, and development projects often serve the who and political leadership rather than the population at large. Another reasons why Kenyans are poor is the gap in the quality of education and its alignment with the job market needs. Many graduates are unable to find meaningful employment due to a mismatch between the skills they acquire and what is required in the job market. This leads to a cycle of poverty, especially among the youth. Kenya's growing national debt poses a very dangerous challenge. Servicing this debt consumes a significant portion of government revenue. This leaves fewer resources for economic development and social programs aimed at poverty reduction. Poor economic management and external debt obligations limit the government's ability to address poverty effectively.